What's going on, everyone, and welcome to Doctors Gan and Mo. So, November 8th, 2020, a day that we will all remember, a day that will be written in the history books alongside all the other amazing events that happened in 2020. President-elect Joe Biden beat President Trump in the race to the White House alongside a record number of votes.
159 million people. That is how many people voted in the 2020 election. And Joe Biden ended up winning the popular vote by approximately 5 million votes.
President-elect Joe Biden, or shall we say President Biden, gets sworn into presidency on January 20th, 2021, as he takes the oath of office before assuming his duties and position as the 46th President of the United States of America. And the main priority that Joe Biden signaled during his campaign was to cancel student loan debt from day one.
But the question remains, how the heck is he planning on doing that, and when? Activists, along with scholars, have been saying that if these student loans end up being wiped, it's actually going to boost the economy. It's going to be its own stimulus. And it's going to also correct decades. That's decades of failed policies.
As the current student loan debt crisis stands at nearly $1.6 trillion, more than the cumulative amount of credit card debt, and the president has the authority to do it.
During President-elect Joe Biden's campaign, he did promise and pledge to cancel $10,000 worth of student loans as part of the coronavirus relief bill. He's also advocated for canceling undergraduate loans for students who attend public universities and colleges or historic black colleges and universities, and for those people earning up to $125,000.
Biden wasn't exactly on board for broad student loan debt cancellation, though he did have plans to revamp the public service loan forgiveness program and make the income-driven repayment program more generous for borrowers.
However, during the relief package we saw earlier this year, Biden adapted some of the pieces that Senator Warren was actually asking for, including the $10,000 student loan forgiveness. But, isn't there always a but? The Republicans are currently in the lead for possibly winning over the Senate, which means if they win, Biden's student loan proposals will be facing an uphill battle.
Another possible route for student loan debt cancellation stems from executive action, which we saw take place under the Trump administration in March, when he waived interest on all federal student loans under the administrative forbearance policy. Under this act, experts say that the executive branch has the right to cancel student loan debt without the authority of Congress. In January of 2020, during her presidential campaign, Senator Warren released an update on her plan to cancel student loan debt, which she promised to enact on day one if she was to become President of the United States of America. Day one, she promised to enact this.
Under the Compromise and Modification Authority granted to the Secretary of Education, Betsy DeVos, which was backed by Minority Leader of the Senate, Chuck Schumer, along with different Democrats, they are proposing to cancel up to $50,000 of student loan, and they want the president to act on that. Congress has granted the Secretary of Education unrestricted authorization to be able to modify, cancel, or amend federal student loans under the Higher Education Act.
Now, this is just another route, another option, though it hasn't been supported by Biden, and there isn't any information released on whether he would pursue such. But Warren and other advocates believe that they can actually persuade the Biden administration to act under this authority. In addition, this form of cancellation will make it very attractive for the Biden administration in its pursuit for a new relief package.
Now, there's two sides to every story, including our fairy tale story about canceling student loan debts. And the question really is, how much debt does it make sense to cancel? Economically speaking.
Critics of student loan debt cancellation claim that this would ignite a financial boon especially in those with high income earners, such as healthcare professionals, lawyers, engineers. Those that actually have the highest amount of student loan debt. These critics claim that the debt of such high income earners is actually manageable debt, due to their, high income. And that wiping out everyone's student loan debt won't necessarily solve the challenges that plague the college system.
Under Sanders' presidential campaign, he wanted to cancel $1.6 trillion worth of student loans. However, under Warren's campaign, she wanted to cancel $50,000 worth of student loans for those earning up to $250,000.
President Biden has held strong on his promise to cancel upwards to $10,000 of student loan debt per borrower and undergraduate student loan debt for those that attended public colleges and or historically black colleges and universities and earn upwards to $125,000 per year.
The growing number of student loan borrowers along with the debt level itself is increasing year after year, which makes this topic very urgent and action is really needed. As of right now, payments and interest on federal student loans have been suspended since March of this year. However, that will come to an end on December 31st of 2020. Happy New Year!
President Biden will most likely either extend the current relief that's presented for student loan borrowers or present a concrete game plan for his action to cancel student loan debt, especially with Vice President Kamala Harris being such a huge proponent of such matters. So, let's see what's going to happen in the coming months.
As always, we will keep you updated with all information regarding your student loans. So if you kindly could just gingerly tap that like button, that will help our channel tremendously. And we'll see you next time.